Because I'll let you talk first, or you want me to talk first? What do you want to hear from me?
Nothing else but about assignment.
You want to sleep tonight or don't want to sleep tonight?
Try.
Try to, Well, let me put it straight to you, In any MBA papers, strategic management, you must understand, it's one of the most difficult papers that you will face. Right? Right? For this assignment, not to fear you up, right? For this assignment, you cannot finish your paper if you just read one book. Simple question for an example, if you talk about, should IKEA goes to China? You need to look at economic factors, demographic factors, culture and social factors, right? And it goes into the furniture industry factors, right? A lot of areas you need to look at in order for you to have a capacity to justify the answers, right? So you need to understand this subject technically demands you to have broad knowledge, right, in many areas. So that's will be the challenge for each one of you all. Now, what's the best way to approach this? Now in KL, I'm not teaching, but in PJ, I'm teaching for the PJ students. Everyone is working in a group. I've asked the class to go into 5 in a group. Do research at the base level. You know what's the base level, right? Main structure of the contents and the findings. Do research in a group. When the whole group comes to a good finding, then share the finding with everyone. After that, the individual student will take the shared structure and write their own assignment with their own arguments separately. See that? That's a smarter way of doing it. But if you try to do this coursework all on your own, trust me, it's not going to be easy. I doubt whether you're going to cross even 50 marks because of the level the university is expecting from us. See that? Right? Now, you are Derby's university students. They will not negotiate for anything that below their average. Although your paper will be much better than their paper, tell you the truth. But they will still mark it down. Sorry for that. You tell me, is the Europeans a better performer or the Asians a better performer? In a corporate life, tell me. Who works harder? Asian. Who works smarter? That's a reality. Right? So they always will discriminate to a certain degree without saying, apology for that, without saying you will face the pressure. So you need to work it out. Now what's the best way to go? Start today. Get into 5 of you all in a group. Right? Get 5 in a group, 5. And each one of you all pick up a specific area. Take one leader and start doing research in a specific area. And all of you all meet at least twice a week. Share your findings. Come up with a structure of findings all the way. When you have everything intact in your hand, then you share and you start writing on your own. In that way, you definitely will finish your coursework. How many of you all hitting at one individual? All of you are working individually. Why are you doing that? The structure is going to be the same because it's a case study based, am I right? Everybody will have the same contents. But the difference will be what? The extended research that you do individually. That one you keep it to yourself. Right? That's the one going to make a difference when you put up your explanation, the arguments and all that. Okay? Now yes, I am marking your paper. And I put it very clear in the video conference. I look different than what's there here. I made it very clear in the video conference. I'm pressured by the university. You know what you know. You know, this question went through how many revisions in the university? They refused to accept. And they want it much more difficult than what you have at home. And I told, if you push more than this, you'll have failures rather than anybody passing. So now I know they are waiting for me to mark the paper and send it to them. And they will test it out. So please take note. See that? Now what I can do basically for all of you all is to guide you to push your standard higher so that they don't fail you easily. But I cannot guarantee everybody will pass because that's a university standard. Are you there? Right? That's a university standard. Well, I can't guarantee. But what I can do is, being 19 years in the industry, I can give you guidelines, an approach and techniques that keeps you where you're supposed to be. So even they take across the board 20% minus mark, like what happened to the marketing paper, right? You're still surviving. But those who get 60, 50, 55, come in, you're going to get hit hard. See that? So my recommendation, get into a group, get your core facts out as a group work, share among yourself, you're already assured 50 marks in your hand. Now you work additional, putting up the extended arguments and research work and improvising to push it at least to 75. My marking, there's only two big categories. Either you get 70 and above most of the time, or you get 50 and below most of the time. Between that, right? I don't really recognize people who sit in the middle. So you either score high, you score base. Right? Very seldom, very few people will come in the middle. Because the university takes the same way. Even bell curve, it hits you the same way. How many percent can get distinction? How many percent can get credit? How many percent can get pass or fail? So do you think it's a good idea? Can you work in a group? Excuse me, sir. If you see most of them having same structure, is that wrong? Well, everybody is based on the same case study. What? You will have the same structure at the back end. 65% of your facts will be the same facts because it's coming from the same case study. Therefore, you can work in a group to extract the 70% facts out of it. Now, then you had another 15% on additional research work from outside. Share among yourself, then you bring it back. Now, obviously language is going to be the biggest challenge they're going to face, because the university picks up grammars, spelling and everything up. Even I can close my eyes and mark for you, but they will pick it up. Yeah.
Can you just tell me the process? When you get the papers, you send it to the university, is it?
I mark first,
right.
and it goes to a second marker within Malaysia. Then after that, it goes to the university.
And the marks comes from them or from the second marker? Direct from them?
They are the final mark provider. See, marketing, you just got the result mark right now. The paper was marked almost 5 months ago. Now only the result. 5 months ago, I marked the paper. I didn't mark the paper, sorry. I finished my class. And now only you get the result. It's a long process. So we only mark, but they will take the step. You know what they will do? They randomly will pick up 10 papers. And if you fail the 10 papers, they'll come to a percentage across the board minus 25 marks.
Generally for everybody.
Everybody get hit.
And the comments on the papers that we receive back, the comments are written by the internal markers or by the the comments are by you guys?
Yeah. You will get my comments precisely, line by line. Very interesting to read that. Okay? So, do you think it's a good idea? I'll leave it to you all. Whether you want to go in a group or you want to go individual, you want to push yourself individual, it's up to you. For PJ Center, I told everyone go in a group. So there are 20 of them there. Sorry, PJ is 45 students basically at the moment. So they are all working in a group and meeting 2 to 3 times a week to get something out. That's my first recommendation. Work in a group. Second recommendation is, I heard you don't know how to convert the question into a report. Is that right? Next week you should see on the portal. Actually, I finished typing it up. I don't want to display it.